Amsterdam Kitchen. Join us live on Saturday mornings
from 10 till 12
on Broadcast Amsterdam.
Or catch up later.
It's all online.
Hello, welcome to the Amsterdam Kitchen. We're going to say welcome to Susam from Bysam and the Ramen Festival in our studio.
Yes,
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us now, isn't it second year, that's right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
And it kind of speaks for itself, but yeah, what is the Amsterdam Ramen Festival?
Well, it's a festival where you can eat ramen. So it's a Japanese noodle soup for people who don't know ramen. And it's the second time, in Amsterdam.
And what made you do it?
Well, I really love ramen. Mm-hmm. Noodle soup is something I grew up with. My parents are from Hong Kong. So every time when I was hungry, my mother would just make me noodle soup. And then I fell in love with ramen when it actually became big in Amsterdam. Mm-hmm. And then my boyfriend said to me, well, would it be nice to have a ramen festival? And I said, yeah, I'm waiting for someone to just organize it. And he said, why don't you do that? And I said, no. And then I said, well, okay, why not?
Yeah.
So that's how it happened, actually. Yeah.
So how did you set about doing it? Because I'm looking at your lineup. You've got a very impressive lineup of chefs coming in. Some people from the United States, no less. And who's the other guy? Dennis, I don't know how you pronounce his last name. Hue from Dalda. That's fantastic. So how did you go about getting them involved and getting them to give up their time?
Well, since I've been writing about food for years, I've got a lot of people who became my friends, like chefs, like Dennis and I. We bump into each other all the time, and we started talking about collaborating since he was at my first festival.
Okay,
and then I was at the Sieraad, he's the owner of it. And he said, why don't you host your second edition at this place?
Ah, great.
So he has Edel by Dennis in Het Sieraad, the restaurant. And that's, of course, because it's part of the festival, I asked him if he could just cook a ramen.
Yes.
So actually it was kind of obvious, of course, for him to cook something.
It's a happy serendipity, isn't it?
Yes,
when everything
it
sort of
is.
just comes together and
Exactly.
Fantastic. So, so you mentioned there the venue. Mm-hmm. Again, Het Sieraad. Yeah.
The jewelry.
The jewel.
So,
yes.
Yes.
It's a kind of historic building. Is that
It
right?
is. It used to be a school.
Okay.
To make jewelry.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Something like that. Yeah.
Perfect.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't have my history facts straight, but yeah.
So has it been? So you're coming into your second edition, and last year you weren't at this particular venue. You were over on Utrechtstraat, I think. Weren't
yes.
You? Yeah.
The bags.
So has it been? Is it easier or harder to go into the second edition with a change of location? I mean, I imagine to some extent certain things are already in place, but how have you found it?
Well, I think the positive side of changing the location is the first one was too small.
Right.
When I came up with the idea, I was kind of careful. I thought, well, if only 3 people will show up, then I don't want to have too big a venue because it will be really, it's not good. So I came up with a venue that was a little bit cozy and small. But when I saw like 20,000 people wanted to come to my festival, I soon realized it was too small, but I didn't want to change the venue because I promised them to keep it there, to host it there. So it was kind of hard. So it's a great thing that I have a bigger venue. It's like 4 times bigger.
Yes.
And the first festival, I did organize everything all by myself. So it was pretty hard to the build up, organization, PR-wise. And this time at Sieraad is helping me.
Great.
Oh,
everything.
good. Yeah, perfect. Is it difficult because you must have all these contacts at all these ramen places? Does anyone ever ask you what your favorite is, or do you have to kind of stay so you can't say?
Yeah, they always ask me. I try to. I always tell them what my favorite is, but it's a personal favorite. I mean, ramen is so personal. It depends on what you like. I mean, if you like chicken ramen, then you have a different favorite than when you like tonkatsu. or maybe you're a veggie person. So it's really hard. I can tell them my personal favorite. I can't say it's the best because it's really up to what you like.
Yeah.
And for those listeners who there might be some, I don't know, Amsterdammers who have not yet discovered ramen.
Oh, yeah.
So
they are out there.
Yeah.
I need to grab them.
How would you pique their curiosity? How would you tempt them? And how would you explain ramen to them and why they should definitely try it?
Yes.
Well, for one, it's really good. It's everything that combines well together in a bowl. So it's really simple. You don't have to ask yourself, how do I eat this? You just start from the top and go to the bottom. So
it's nutritious, isn't it? I mean,
it's really nutritious.
It's got lots of goodness in there, but it's such a satisfying.
It's so comforting, especially when it's cold outside.
Yes.
In Japan, they eat it late at night.
Oh, yeah.
So when you have your munchies, yeah. Actually, it's not like
Which
that, but
happens in
actually you
Amsterdam once or
can
twice.
eat it as breakfast, lunch, or
Yeah.
throughout the day. But it's something soothing and comforting about a good bowl of ramen when it's right. It's all you need.
Yeah.
I mean, the essentials, I guess, are the noodles, the quality of the noodles,
Yes.
and then the broth. And a lot of, I've seen videos on YouTube of all the processes that people go through to make the broth and the noodles and stuff. Those are the basic things. And then you have the extra, I mean, you have the egg normally.
And a tare.
Ah.
A tare is like the flavor bases. You
Okay.
can have all different kinds of tares like with soy sauce, or people use all kinds of things for that. And the broth also, it's something that's it's a process of hours, sometimes days. And also the noodles, it's you can't just throw in any kind of noodle and just call it ramen. I see people throw in rice noodles and say, "Hey, you've got a bowl of ramen," but
No.
no rice noodles. The noodles consist of flour, water, and gansuri. So it's like an alkaline.
Okay.
Well, it's some kind of a. I don't know exactly what it
Extracts
consists
of,
of. It's
seaweed or something?
No. It's something with salt. I don't know exactly what it consists of. It's soda, and it keeps the noodles chewy when you throw them in
Yes.
boiling hot water. That makes them so nice and chewy.
It is it's the chew factor that gives us satisfaction as well, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to leave that out.
No.
No, you don't want some kind of a drippy pasta kind of noodle in your broth. And of course, the topping, yeah.
I also happen to notice that the Ramen Festival is happening alongside, but I'm wondering if this is deliberate or not, the Japanese festival?
Oh, no.
Is that's pure coincidence? You're not...
It's pure coincidence.
Ah,
I have
okay.
nothing to do with them or the sushi festival, anything like that.
Right, okay.
No. It's really, I think, a coincidence, yeah.
Yeah. Well, great, though, because if you're into your Japanese culture, then you can really...
You can get your Japanese fix.
Spend your whole...
You can do a festival crawl.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dangerous, save some space.
Podcast Amsterdam.
You're back on the Amsterdam Kitchen, and we're talking to Susam about the Amsterdam Ramen Festival, which is back in Amsterdam on Sunday, the 23rd of February, which is next Sunday if you're listening live. But if you're not listening live, work it out for yourself. But the big thing is, you're running out of time to get tickets. How can you get to go?
Well, you can buy tickets online, and you can go to the website bysam.nl/Ramen Festival.
Cool. How is the ticketing working, and what can people expect for their entry fee?
Well, when you enter, you can expect a lot of ramen stands. They will serve half-size bowls of ramen, starting from €5. And we also have a free karaoke party where you can go
That sounds
nuts.
like so much fun.
Yeah. Fill up your belly and then go dancing and singing.
Fantastic. I love it. And go hungry, people. Make sure you have an appetite.
Yeah.
It's filling. And so this is at the Sierrad, and it's in Amsterdam West. You go all the way to the end of the Kinkerstraat, basically, and it's there. Get your tickets early, So it's a bigger venue this year because of popular demand last year. It was sold out really quickly. So, you're warned, Amsterdam. If you don't manage to get your tickets and you don't get in and disappointed.
Don't blame us.
Don't blame us,
No.
exactly. We gave you the heads up. That's this Sunday. That's Sunday the 23rd of February.
Yes.
And it's not the only thing you do, is it, Susam? What do you do the rest of the year?
Well, I go out a lot to eat,
Nice.
travel, and eat some more, of course. And I write about food.
Yeah, so you've got a lovely blog going, and I wanted to ask two questions. So just take your time to respond. But first of all, I wondered whether you had a professional food background, and also then with the photography, because it's so lovely.
Oh, thank you.
You know, is that sort of a self-taught thing, or again, is it coming from a previous experience?
Well, no, I studied law actually.
Oh, wow.
So, no, not a professional background, but my parents are from Hong Kong, and food is something that's so important at our home. So every time we are having breakfast, my parents would just ask, "Hey, what should we have for lunch? Or what should we have for dinner? And how about tomorrow?" So we just live from food moment to food moment.
Yeah.
So in that way, in that sense, you can say I'm a professional foodie. It's something, it's all about food. That's why
Always
I call
on your
myself
mind.
a serious foodie. Yeah.
That's a familiar state of mind.
And you've got, on your blog, you've got just opened, you've got reviews, you've also got recipes.
Yes, I do. Yeah, not enough because I just don't have the time to always write them down. I do cook a lot.
Yeah.
I love it, but I don't always want to remember what amount of ingredients I used. I cook like my mother does.
Yeah.
By heart, just throw things in, taste more.
Feels right, throw it in.
Yeah. And then I go like, oh, what did I put in there again?
Yeah, definitely.
So I cannot recreate it.
Yeah.
You had a second question about my photos, right?
Yeah.
Also something, well, I'm Chinese, people always think Chinese carry around a camera all day. No, it's not like that. It was self-taught. Yeah, I always like to take pictures, and I can just stare at food pictures all day.
Yeah.
And I just began to take pictures and did it over and over, and now
See
it's
how
like this.
how things work. No, it's a lovely blog, and you've also got an impressive social media reach, which I'm a bit jealous of when I saw how many people were following you. Like, wow.
It's all right, you're just getting started, Gilly. For those listening, handle @damnkitchens. You can learn from Susan.
Yes.
After this program, you'll have an extra follower.
Yeah, cool.
No problem.
So, what's the magic? How did you build your following? If you're prepared to, give us a few tips.
Well, first of all, I think Instagram is very visual. I am really I work hard to take nice pictures, and I'm really critical about what do I post or not. Sometimes a little bit too,
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be too perfect, of course, but and on the other side, it's engagement. So just reach out to people, respond to their pictures.
Yeah.
It's like a conversation. You can't just be. It's not just sending out your message and your pictures and what you believe in. It's having a conversation, letting people to know you. So
So just like in real life, really.
Actually, it is. Yeah.
So,
Make people like you.
Yes.
that's where I'm going wrong.
Yeah. But 12,000 followers on Instagram. But you're right, it's the conversations, all the comments, loads and loads, 50 comments or so on posts and things. That's a good example for us.
Yeah, very healthy. Yeah. So, if I may ask, then you said you grew up in Hong Kong.
No, I grew up here. My parents are from Hong Kong.
Ah, okay. Sorry. Okay, kind of answered my question. I was just going to ask, how did you end? But you're born and raised here.
Yeah.
When you're not eating ramen or other favourites from your parents' kind of repertoire, what else do you like to enjoy here in Amsterdam?
I am a big fan of fries.
Oh, really? Oh.
With mayonnaise. Yeah, that's my thing.
Echte Nederland.
Oh, yes.
Yes, but I love pizza. I love ceviche, dim sum. Okay, that's something that I grew up with. But I just actually enjoy good food.
Yeah.
So when it's made with love and it's prepared in a good way, it can be something that's from fine dining to something really simple.
Just off the
really
street
good.
stall or whatever.
Yeah,
if it's done well,
Any new Amsterdam favourites that have come into your radar? And where do you live in Amsterdam, if you mind us asking?
I live near Hoofdplein.
Oh, yeah, not far from here. You haven't had to come too far. We're in
It's like
Oud-West.
7 minutes drive.
Yeah.
It was me trying to wake up, driving my bike.
Yeah.
So I feel a bit
Get that
sleepy.
fresh air blowing into your face.
Yeah, I
yes.
needed that. I had my coffee this morning, so it's okay.
Yeah. We don't do too badly for restaurants and places to go out because I tend to stick local, but I guess you go all over town. Have you got any new hotspots that you're really excited about?
I went to restaurant Felix a few weeks ago. That was really good. I love the location and in the Felix Meritusgebouw.
Oh, that's a nice, yes. It's on the canal, very historic. Used to be an event venue, I think.
Yeah.
I went to a wedding there.
Yeah.
So they've got a restaurant now, Felix.
Yes, they also still have the event location and a lot of cultural programs, but they always had a pop-up restaurant, and now they have a permanent restaurant.
Okay.
So that's really good.
So what kind of food are they doing there?
It's
eclectic.
eclectic, yeah. It's whatever the chef feels like. He has his signature Caesar, his signature egg.
Good tip. Restaurant Felix at the Felix Meritus. Oh yeah, Felix Meritus. I'm getting it now. Oh God, so slow, so slow. Oh,
No problem.
and have you got any new plans for the rest of the year? You know,
Yeah, definitely.
different. Will you stop at the ramen festival, or will you do like a different kind of festival? Now you've got the taste of being a festival organizer.
Well, we actually have a new festival lined up.
Have we got an exclusive?
Yeah, you actually do have an exclusive. We are planning the new Amsterdam Taco Festival.
Oh, what a great idea!
Fantastic. I love this.
It's not my idea, it's Dennis Huway's idea.
Yeah.
He went out for ramen and he came up with the idea, and I said, well, this is brilliant.
Yes.
I love taco. So, that's going to be...
And-
we're going to host it in May, and we're
I was
going
gonna
to
say,
announce it on the Ramen
great.
Festival.
May with the beers
Because
and
yes, it's more
Yeah, that-
sunshine.
Yeah.
hopefully a bit of
Wonderful.
outdoor space somewhere. I guess you're looking for a venue.
No, we're gonna organize it in at Sierad.
It's,
Oh yeah, Sarah, they've got a big terrace.
They've got a really big terrace, so if it's really nice out, we'll just bring it out,
fantastic.
have some tacos and
some
the
music
that's
maybe.
outside.
Get the
Definitely,
atmosphere.
I'm gonna hang up some piñatas. I'm gonna go nuts on that, And if it's a typical Dutch May kind of weather, then we'll just host it inside.
Perfect. Yes.
Well, Amsterdam, you heard it here first on the Amsterdam Kitchen. The organisers of the Ramen Festival, that it's very, very popular. I think this one is going to be as popular, the
Definitely.
Taco Festival.
Yeah.
We're going to call it the Taco Festival, I guess. You don't need to go crazy on the
Top
title.
taco.
You
Say
can
what
come
it is.
dressed like a taco if you like.
Yeah. So for people listening, let's just remind everyone, the Amsterdam Ramen Festival is happening on Sunday, the 23rd of February. I'm sure you'll do it again next year if you miss it this time around.
Not sure, maybe. Yeah.
Oh.
I always live from edition to edition. And every time I'm close to it, I always say, I will never do this again. It's so much work and this and that. There are a lot of things that you just don't expect that you have to
throw up.
take
Yeah.
care of. So, but maybe just ask me again in a few
I
weeks.
was going to say a little downtime, just shake it all off, and then see how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
And
wish you the best of luck with it.
well
and-
done for
Yeah.
organising it and having the idea.
so
You know,
much.
Yes, you
people
really.
who see something that they want and they think, well, I'll organise it myself. I applaud that.
Thank you.
And if you want tickets, then you go to bysam.nl/Ramen Festival. And of course, you can always pop by Susam's blog, bysam.nl. So thank you for coming on the Amsterdam
Thank you
Kitchen.
for having me.
Yes,
It was
thank
so
you
much
very
fun.
much. Yeah.
Amsterdam Kitchen.
Join us live on Saturday mornings
From 10 till 12.
on Broadcast Amsterdam.
Or catch up later.
It's all online.